promised yourself never again, but here you are. Heartbroken, confused, empty. What if the problem is not them? What if the problem is inside you? Not because you are broken, but because your brain is following a map you never chose. Welcome to HeartScience, where we use real psychology to explain why love hurts and how to finally heal. Today we are going deep. We are going to uncover exactly why you keep falling for the wrong person and what you can do to break this cycle forever. It all starts before you even knew what love was. As a child, your brain was watching everything, how your parents loved each other, how they loved you, how affection was given, and how it was taken away. And your brain took notes. It created a blueprint, a map of what love looks like, what love feels like, what love is supposed to be. If love in your home was warm and consistent, your brain learned that love feels safe. But if love was unpredictable, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, sometimes present, sometimes gone, your brain learned something very different. It learned that love is supposed to feel uncertain. And now as an adult, when you meet someone stable, it feels boring. But when you meet someone hot and cold, your brain says, this feels like love. Psychologists call this your attachment blueprint, and it was written before you were old enough to question it. Here is something that will change how you see everything. Your brain releases dopamine, the pleasure chemical, not when good things happen, but when good things might happen. Think about a slot machine. People do not get addicted because they always win. They get addicted because sometimes they win. That unpredictability, that uncertainty, is what creates the addiction. And the wrong person works exactly the same way. One day they are warm and loving. The next day they are cold and gone. And your brain becomes obsessed, not because you love them, but because your brain cannot solve the puzzle. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement, and it is one of the most powerful psychological traps ever studied. The right person who loves you consistently does not trigger this dopamine rush, so they feel less exciting, less passionate, less like love, even though they are exactly what your soul needs. In the 1960s, a psychologist named John Bowlby discovered something that changed everything. The way we bonded with our caregivers as children creates an attachment style, a pattern that follows us into every relationship we ever have. If you had anxious attachment, you grew up fearing abandonment. And as an adult, you are drawn to people who trigger that fear, because deep inside, a part of you believes, if I can make this person love me, if I can make this unavailable person stay, then I will finally feel worthy of love. But here is what nobody tells you. You cannot heal an old wound with a new person who keeps reopening it. The anxious person chases the avoidant. The avoidant pulls away. The chase feels like passion. The distance feels like desire. But it is not love. It is two wounded people playing out old pain in a new relationship. This is the part nobody wants to hear, but it is the most important part. When you do not fully believe you deserve consistent love, you unconsciously choose people who confirm that belief. You tolerate behavior you should never tolerate. You make excuses for them. You shrink yourself to keep them around. And when someone truly good comes along, someone who loves you from the very beginning, something inside you does not trust it. It feels too easy, too good, too different, and you push them away. This is called self-sabotage, and it comes from one place, a deep belief that you are not enough, that you do not deserve peace. But I need you to hear this. That belief is a lie. It was planted in you before you could defend yourself. And it can be uprooted. So how do you break free from all of this? Here is what actually works. Number 1, awareness. Simply knowing this pattern exists puts you one step ahead. The next time you feel that intense pull towards someone chaotic, pause, ask yourself, is this love or is this familiar pain? Number 2, do the inner work. The wound is in childhood. The healing must go there too. Therapy, inner child journaling, attachment-focused coaching. These things have genuinely changed millions of lives. Number 3, choose the boring option. I am serious. The person who texts back, who shows up, who does not play games. Give them a real chance. Let your nervous system adjust to what safe love actually feels like. It will feel strange at first. It will feel too calm, too easy. But that calmness, that is not boring. That is peace. And peace is what real love feels like. You are not destined to repeat this pattern. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are not hard to love. You simply learned love from people who did not know how to teach it. And that is not your fault. But healing, that is your responsibility. And it starts right here. If this video reached something inside you, subscribe to HeartScience. Every week we go deeper into the psychology of love, healing and becoming whole. And comment below. Which point hit you the most? I read every single one. See you next week.